Welcome to Warminster Brett.
After the open day, Noah said to me, "So when am I starting?" And for me, his kind of cementing of that thought, that was all we needed. So we enrolled that next week.
How long before I get in? Before it starts, before I begin? How long before you decide? Before I know what it feels like?
Yes, this is where it all starts. This is where we plant our little seeds that then grow all the way up to become young adults. So this is where the nurturing happens.
Where to? Where do I go? If you never try, then you'll never know. How long do I have to climb up on the side of this mountain of mine?
There is not a typical Warminster pupil at all, because we are about the individual. We're about looking at the individual talents and abilities of every child. I'd like them to have really good manners. I'd like them to be able to communicate. I'd like them to have some confidence, but in their own way. For one child to stand up to run the assembly, they are more than capable of doing it, and that's fantastic. For another child of the same age, just to say 2 lines in a play.
Look up, I look up at night. Planets are moving at the speed of light. Climb up in the trees. Every chance that you get is a chance you seize.
Before Max started, he was quite a shy character. You know, he's only 4. He's still quite young, but this school has really brought him out of his shell. He stood up on Wednesday at assembly and sang and talked, and the way the school nurture the children, bring them up. You know, he's 4. He's reading. He's writing. He's getting stuck in with all the activities. He's performing on stage. He's playing sports.
This is absolutely the happiest school I've ever worked in, and I did work in quite a few in the early part of my career, but there's something very special about Warminster, there really is.
You know, the children go into school happy, they come home happy, they're excelling in all their subjects, and for me, that's what it's about.
And birds go flying at the speed of sound to show you how it all began. Birds keep flying from the underground. If you could see it, then you'd understand.
Try and make school a really positive experience for them. Try and make it something that they feel. And I do have parents telling me all the time, oh, they love coming to school. They're counting the days in the holidays. Is it school tomorrow? When will we be going back to school? And I love to hear that, because I need to get them thinking school's a good thing. School learning is fun, learning is enjoyable, learning is what I want to do.
The beauty of Mrs. Cross's class is she enables the children to find their own creativity, to find how they want to learn. It's wonderful to say to a child, okay, I want you to do this, and they work out how they want to get there, and they can use their own inspiration, their own creativity. They can get things wrong.
And I love the fact that his line is, you need to be a little bit scared every day. Well, let me tell you, for some pupils, young pupils, to stand up in front of their group and say something in French, that is very scary. So every single week in French, they get taken out of their comfort zone. And though from a young age, so it's less of a big deal. And then the hope is they get to the senior school and yes, it's fun. I can do a presentation in French in front of a class.
It's all about solving problems. You present them with a problem and they find a way of getting around it. There's a temptation to spoon feed too much, and I found myself having to rein myself back a little bit because you want them to succeed. But if you just hold off a little bit and give them a bit of space, it's amazing what they can do if they just think about it and know that support is there if they need it, but they're not over-reliant on it.
As adults, it's really easy for us to say, oh, don't do it like that, do it like this, don't do it like that, do it. But actually, they must learn that themselves. And sometimes you lead from the front, sometimes you shepherd from the back. And when the children are in those situations where they are leading, you're a shepherd and you let them go the way they want to go. And that's the joy of, by the time they leave us in year 6, they have those abilities, they have those talents coming through where you think, wow, you could organise the world in a few years' time. Let's just see what you can do now.
Well, you do get to choose like a lot of things to do, and you get to go places where you've never been before. Clearwood's a place where you can do whatever you want as long as it's safe. And you can play around, make believe, basically, make believe.
There's irrefutable evidence that says that young children who have contact with green spaces, open green spaces, are more attuned, more, understand themselves more, they are more understanding of other people's feelings, and they're a little bit more resilient, a little bit more confident, and happier, you know. So we thought, you know, we'll buy into that.
Everything's so proactive. Here, it's all done for you. You just drop them off and it's done. You know, the smallest of detail, and they push the children. They really do, and it's great to see. It's great to see. They embrace it, and yeah, the teachers here, to me, it's a vocation. You know, they're 24/7 on the go, and they love doing what they do, and they do it so well.
I feel like I've got 15 sisters. So after school, they know that you've had a long day of school, so they let you, at 7 o'clock, they let you just go do whatever you want. You can do craft, you can sit and watch like new programs and have a hot chocolate or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's really fun. It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Birds go flying at the speed of sound to show you how it all began. Birds came flying from the underground. If you could see it, then you'd understand. When you see it, then you'll understand.
It's all the extra things that we provide, the music and the sport and the drama, in addition to the academics. So having been a parent and seeing what, my biggest regret is that my children aren't here now.
Seeing the quality of the guys at the top of the school was a huge motivating factor for me, for my girls to come here. And it's not the academic grades that motivated me. It's just talking to those guys, how well they communicate, how confident they are, and how happy they are. You know, happy in their own skin. Just all round, really quite outstanding people. And I know that my girls will grow into that.